So we've been working with Maria for about 15 years or so. We started around the dialogue roadmap for a long time, and then we also offered managers, front of house, back of house, and at head office one-on-one time as well. It's really, I think, safeguarded the feedback culture that we've always valued and has been important to us, because our success has been driven by a lot of people, giving and taking from the business, but importantly, feedbacking what works, what doesn't. And sometimes that can be stressful, especially in hospitality setting, because it's busy, there's a lot going on. We don't always filter what we say. We don't always think about what we want to say first. So sometimes a very effective and important message comes out in a very destructive way.
So I think since we started working with Maria Arpa and the dialogue roadmap, lots has changed. I think it's a lot to do with practice and getting used as well with the vocabulary and the approach. But we in hospitality work in a such fast-paced, stressful environment. So we've been given such an amazing tools to understand people as an individual inside those busy environments. So when we're dealing with people being a bit short-fused, staff not handling maybe they very well, it's good to remember that not everyone reacts in the same way for the same reasons, and everyone has a baggage. And then knowing when to step back, taking them out of the picture and actually dig and ask the right questions for them to tell you exactly how they feel. And I think all of us, we not always know what is triggering us, but being trained, we can slowly, she taught us slowly how to fish it out, the actual reason behind some certain behaviors.
And often in hospitality, we don't get a lot of training around how to be a good manager, how to be a kind manager, but also how to be an effective one. Communication, feedback, and conflict is really important. Resolution of conflict. And Maria Arpa's training really helps us with that. We started with DRM, Dialogue Roadmap, and now we have a 3-module program that extends on strong leadership. And this has become so important to us that it's part of our succession planning. So anybody we're working with towards becoming a senior manager has to go through that process.
We can support you with a rigorous assessment and a whole package of tools that make communication with each other a joy, even when the topics are tough.
What I try to use on the day-to-day more often, I like when Maria puts the contract, and you have this contract individually put, not a written one, but a certain agreement. That your day-to-day be a bit different from your colleague, our agreement will be a bit different, because we are individuals, so we have different needs.
I think for me it's been very helpful as well, because I've had so many roles at Ottolenghi. I've worked as a GM, I've worked as a wine buyer, I'm now working as a learning development manager. So in every role, giving feedback and kind of mindful dialogue is very important in a different way. When you're a wine buyer, you have to communicate and deliver sometimes unhappy messages, or messages that can lead to conflict with suppliers or with the purchasing department. As a manager, it's with colleagues who are much more junior than you, that need a little bit more nurturing, with customers and guests. So I think Dialogue Roadmap has really helped me career-wise a lot, to kind of be very thoughtful and conceptual, I guess, in the conversations I have. Direct conversations, also fixed conversations, but it does it in a very understandable way that I think people who've never really had coaching before understand. But equally, those who are a little bit tired of coaching or management coaching also understand, because it's it's approachable and it's quite very intelligent. It really requires you to kind of look deep, dig deep inside.